Hello, my dear friends. My name is Harold, and welcome to the Sanctum, your gateway to learning and exploring the ancient wisdom of the East and the West. So, to continue this series on spirits, let's now ponder a very interesting topic. Is money a spirit? So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video. I'm going to be talking about if money is a spirit, and if so, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 of the characteristics of the spirit of money. And during each point, I will talk about how you can be in alignment more with each of the characteristics of money so that you can be more in tuned with the spirit of money, thereby allowing more money into your life. So ensure that you watch till the end of the video so that you have a good understanding of all 5 of these points and how you can get in tune with them. So, first of all, is money a spirit? Well, according to the Gospels of Mark and Luke, even Jesus Christ spoke about money as being a spirit and even gave it a particular name. But let's analyze once again what a spirit is. A spirit is essentially an energy form. We are spirits with a physical body. And everything in the animistic tradition, like shamanism and various African traditions and Native American traditions, everything is seen to be alive and has a certain vibration and has a certain consciousness, is made out of spirit. So money too, and that archetype of what money represents, has spirit to it. It's alive. And if we were to view money in this way, there are certain characteristics to the behavior of the spirit of money. So if there is a particular behavior to the spirit of money, if we are more aligned and connected to the spirit of money, more of it will flow into our life. Okay. So money could be a spirit. And what would be some of the characteristics of money? Well, first of all, money likes movement, right? It likes to continuously be moving. We all know that if you were to stuff all your cash and dollar bills or pound notes in a safe and shove it in a dusty cupboard in your home, the next year the value of that money will go down. And the next year again it'll go down. And 10 years later, the amount of money that you have there may have increased, but the value of that money will go down because it doesn't like to be stagnant. If you're the Scrooge type person who kind of likes to keep all the money to yourself and contained in one place, it's not going to grow because money likes to be spent in an appropriate manner. So it likes to be continuously moving. But of course, for money to grow, money in has to be more than money out. That is how wealth is generated over a certain period of time. So money likes to continuously be moving. And this is why even we can see people who do very well or people who are earning the most amount of money, such as, day traders and people like this. Money, they're working with the movement of money. All the time they're exchanging money. Money is going here, it's going there, it's going up, it's going down. There's a continuous movement of money. And money likes that. It likes to continuously be moved around. It likes to flow like water. So that is the first characteristic of money, is that it likes to keep moving. And if you're holding on to it, it's not going to grow. If you're keeping it in one place, it's not going to grow. It needs to be invested. It needs to be spent in an appropriate manner and in a balanced way. And one exercise that you can do at home to be in alignment with this first characteristic of money is, if you have multiple accounts, is to every day just transfer some money from one account to another and keep it moving every day, right? Or if you're investing, invest in something every day, even if it's just $1 or $10 or something like that, or £10 or whatever it is, or put some money in your savings account and keep this money flowing. Keep it flowing, keep it moving, even in your own account, because money likes that. The spirit of money likes to continuously be moving, continuously be flowing like a river. If you keep it stuck, it'll create a blockage and it won't flow. So that's the first point. First exercise you can do even at home is to keep it flowing, keep it moving. So the second characteristic of the spirit of money is that it likes to be valued. Okay. It likes to be valued, especially in our modern day society. We've grown up with this saying that is deep rooted into our unconscious mind, that money is the root of all evil. Now, every time we start to say that, we are devaluing money. We're seeing it as a bad thing. We're seeing it as an evil thing. So, if you have this mindset that only evil people become successful and rich, and you don't want to be evil, don't be surprised if money doesn't come to you, because you're not valuing it for what it is. In our modern day society, we need money to live. If you're a yogi in the Himalayas, that's another question. Yeah. But if you're living in society, you need it to live. And getting this idea out of your mind that spirituality and money can't work together, of course it can. Because if a person doesn't have the money to have lunch and dinner and provide for their basic needs, they're not going to have time to study books, go to courses and study meditation and yoga and focus on their spiritual life. Yes, they can do their meditation, but if you're hungry, it's going to be hard to meditate unless you're an advanced yogi of some kind. So of course, money is needed. All the basic needs need to be satisfied in order for spirituality to flourish in the quickest way possible and the smoothest way possible for an individual, in my opinion. So money needs to be valued and not seen as something evil or dirty, or this thing that if you have too much of it, it will take control over you. A good relationship needs to be developed. It needs to be valued for what it is. So an exercise that you can do at home to value money a little bit more is, first of all, if that is a root belief that money is the root of all evil, start to change it. Every day say to yourself, money is the root of freedom and comfort. Money is the root of freedom and comfort. And keep saying that and value it for what it is. Every time you receive money, say thank you in your mind. Every time you receive money, say thank you. Be grateful for the value you just received into your life. And every time you give money, you also say thank you. Thank you for it being in your life. And may it multiply and be returned back to you. So that's an exercise that you can do to be in alignment with this second point. Now the third point is money doesn't like to be wasted. Right? Money may need to be spent to be continuously moving. This is a fact. But if you're wasting money, the money out is going to be way more than the money in. Right? So what I mean by wasting money is, are you buying things or engaging in activities where the price and the value outweighs the enjoyment? So what I mean by this is, let's say you're struggling to make ends meet. There are many people I know like this who are struggling to make ends meet, but then they'll easily go to their favorite vinyl shop and buy a $200 or £200 vinyl. They'll listen to it once and then stack it on their collection and never listen to it again. So the enjoyment that they're getting out of this thing is very little in comparison to the value of the the money that they spent on that particular item. So in that way, you're not even honoring the money. Once again, going back to the previous point, because you're wasting it. So it's okay if you're earning money and there's a lot of money in, then buying a £200 vinyl is not much of a big deal because you can afford it. And in that way, you might be, some kind of connoisseur of vinyl records and things like this. And for that reason, you might get more enjoyment out of it. Say you're listening to that particular record all the time. Now you actually are getting a lot of enjoyment from it. So it's worth the value. So when you're spending on something, see is it worth the value to you? And if it is, specifically, is the money that you're receiving, is your income able to handle that particular item that you're trying to get or experience that you're trying to enjoy? And is the value equivalent to the enjoyment, or is the enjoyment more? So that's one thing that you can do, is contemplate and write a list of all the things that you spend your money on monthly, and see if the value is equivalent to the enjoyment, or is the enjoyment less, or is it more? And if the enjoyment is less than the value, consider whether you want to cut it out of your life, depending on your own situation that you find yourself in and where you want to be in life. The fourth point is that money likes to be given. It likes to be given selflessly to others. Once again, that's in alignment with the first point, that money likes to be in movement, but it also likes to be given. The super wealthy know this. This is why the people who are very wealthy give charity and large amounts of money to charity, because they know money likes that, and that the spirit of money comes back to them multiplied in that way, because givers get. So consider giving more, whether that's to family, whether that's to friends, whether that's to people who are homeless, whether that's to charities. Givers get. Right. Now, if you find yourself in a position where you don't have a lot to give, you can then give your time, because this will be the next point, because time is money. And giving your time is like giving them money, because time is money. And I'll talk about this more in the next point. But another thing that you can do, an exercise, is you can give in many other ways as well. Whenever you go out, every time you see someone, bless them with money. Just in your mind, I bless you with money, I bless you with money, I bless you with money, I bless you with money. And by the law of cause and effect, first of all, in some way that will influence them to receive money, but also that energy will come back to you massively multiplied, because you are giving that spirit, that energy of money to them. And over time, maybe they might find an opportunity in their life that would give them a little bit more money in some way. So that's an exercise that you can do. And now finally, the fifth point is time is money. Because if you think about it, when we work, or if you're an artist, we're spending time creating art or making a piece of music, or if you are working a desk job, we're spending time doing a particular task. And this, first of all, we're expending energy, and in exchange for this time in the form of energy, we are receiving money. So in that way, each individual's value that the spirit of money sees in you is associated with how much energy you output in an hour in relation to that task that you're doing. I hope that kind of makes sense. So time is money. And what you want to do is you want to increase the value of your time, because that is the value of the energy of money that you receive. And for that reason, you need to value yourself and how much you think you are worth and your time is worth. And therefore, you want to improve how you feel about yourself and your own worthiness of money, because that increases your own value. And therefore, your relationship to time and money changes as well. Okay. And how you can do this is every day when you go to sleep, you close your eyes and you imagine, how much do you think your hour is worth? An hour of your time is worth. See what that is quite brightly. Being honest with yourself. Maybe it's £50 or £60 or £100, however much it is, double it. Every day see that same amount, £50, double it. The next day see it again, double it. See it again, double it. Until eventually that becomes how much your hour is worth. And you do that every day. So these are 5 characteristics of the spirit of money. I hope this all makes sense, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.